Squad number 90 of the Belize Police Department graduated today from the National Police Training Academy in Belmopan. 136 young men and women who formed the outgoing cohort of officers marched onto the parade square this afternoon under the driving rain, where a formal ceremony was held to commemorate their accomplishment.
This is the fourth recruiting squad that I have had the privilege of addressing as the Minister of National Security in the last 2 years, resulting in over 525 new entrants into the police department since I took office. This is no small accomplishment, and it is not without cost. I was reminded while I arrived here today that between 2004 to 2012, there were only 6 recruit squads, and in the last 2 years alone, we have had 4. 525 new police officers means $7 million in recurrent revenue for salaries alone. We have not been sitting on our hands, as some would have you think.
Saldivar took the opportunity to touch on the ongoing issue of crime and violence.
There are no quick fixes to the crime problem, and we all must understand and accept that. The crime problem did not just spring up overnight, and it will not be solved overnight. What we need to know as a nation is that there is a plan that can and will work, a plan that is working. But there is a vulnerability in the long-term approach. The vulnerability of the long-term approach, though it is the best approach, is that in the short term, the improvements are not obviously visible or tangible, and therefore it opens the door for the pessimists, the cynics, the anti-establishmentarists, and even the subversionists to accentuate the negatives and play on our fear to make us feel that security apparatus has failed us.
During the exercise, the Minister of National Security took aim at the media for our coverage of crime and violence, castigating us for the figures reported.
No one in the media is bothering to look at the numbers before declaring that crime is spiraling out of control. Yes, it's a cycle which we all know. However, a closer look at the numbers will tell you that the overall trend for 2014 is still far better than 2012, when we had 145 murders. Currently, we have had 93 murders for 2014, only 5 more than the 88 we had up to the end of October last year, and still 6 less than the 99 for the entire 2013, which is our best year in 5 years. Our projections for the rest of this year, keeping our fingers crossed for success in the next 11 weeks, is for our murder count to be well below the 2012 mark of 145, well below the 2011 mark of 124, and well below the 2010 mark of 129. This would mean that 2014 could very well still turn out to be the second best year in the last 5 years. And still, according to some, the sky is falling down. The reality is that there is a tremendous amount of work and investment that has been put into our security infrastructure since 2008, and especially over the last 2 years.
A total of 8 recruit officers were honored today for outstanding achievements during the training process. Reporting for News 5, I am Isana Caetano.